This is the parasite you can't wash off your food. Cyclospora cayetanensis is a single-celled organism too small to see without a microscope, and right now in 2026, it's making more people sick across the United States than at any point in recent memory. Over 843 confirmed cases across 29 states since May, with Michigan alone reporting more than 1,200 people sickened. And here's the part that should genuinely concern you. Washing your produce doesn't reliably get rid of it. Chlorine doesn't kill it. Standard food poisoning tests don't even detect it. So how do you actually protect yourself? Let's start with what this thing is and why it's so difficult to deal with. Cyclospora cayetanensis is a parasite that lives inside a tiny, resilient capsule called an OCST. Think of it like a microscopic armored vehicle. That oocyst clings to the surfaces of fresh produce, nestling into every bump, crevice, and fold, and it resists water, produce washes, and chemical sanitizers. This is why raspberries are such a notorious vehicle for outbreaks. Their bumpy surface creates a perfect hiding place that no amount of rinsing can fully clean. The parasite was first discovered in humans back in 1977 by a British parasitologist named Ashford working in Papua New Guinea, but it was not officially identified and named until 1993. Since then, it has caused recurring outbreaks in the United States, almost always between April and August, and almost always linked to fresh produce. Now, there is one piece of good news in this story. You basically cannot catch Cyclospora from another person. The oocysts that leave an infected person's body are not immediately infectious. They need days to weeks sitting in the environment to mature through a process called sporulation before they can infect someone new. So this is not spread through casual contact. It is spread through contaminated food and water. Let's talk about what happens if you do get infected. After you ingest the parasite, you're looking at an incubation period of about 7 days, though it can range from 2 days to 2 weeks. Then the symptoms hit. We're talking watery diarrhea, often described as explosive, abdominal cramps, nausea and vomiting, loss of appetite, weight loss, and a fatigue that people describe as severe and unrelenting. Some patients also report flu-like symptoms. Here's the kicker. Left untreated, this illness can last an average of 6 weeks. Symptoms may come and go, tricking you into thinking you're recovering before they slam you again. And because most clinical labs do not routinely test for Cyclospora unless a doctor specifically requests it, many people go undiagnosed. They just suffer through it thinking they have a stubborn stomach bug. The treatment, once you are properly diagnosed, is actually straightforward. A prescription antibiotic called trimethoprim sulfate methoxazole, sold under brand names like Bactrim or Septra. For most adults, it's one double-strength tablet twice a day for 7 to 10 days. And it's affordable. A common course can cost less than $10 with discount programs. If you have a sulfa allergy, doctors may prescribe ciprofloxacin or nitazoxanide instead. So let's get to the most important part, prevention. And I want to be clear about something up front. There is no silver bullet here, but there are strategies that meaningfully reduce your risk. The single most effective thing you can do is cook your produce when possible. Heating food to 158 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 70 degrees Celsius, kills Cyclospora. Period. During peak outbreak season from April through August, consider cooking leafy greens rather than eating them raw. Use raspberries in pies, jams, or cooked recipes rather than eating them fresh. This isn't about being paranoid, it's about understanding that heat is the one thing this parasite cannot survive. For produce, you eat raw. Here's the protocol recommended by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and state health departments. Wash everything under running water, not a quick splash, a thorough rinse. Do this even for produce you plan to peel, because cutting through contaminated skin with a knife can transfer the parasite to the flesh inside. Use a clean produce brush to scrub firm items like melons and cucumbers. For lettuce and cabbage, remove the outermost 2 to 3 leaves and discard them, then wash remaining leaves individually under running water. For herbs like cilantro and basil, separate the leaves and wash each one. Now, will washing eliminate Cyclospora completely? Honestly, no. Research shows the oocysts are stickier than most other pathogens. A 2021 study from Norway tested a 3-to-1 water to vinegar solution on berries and found it removed slightly more parasites than rinsing alone, but the improvement was not dramatic. Still, washing reduces your overall pathogen load from all kinds of contaminants, so it remains an essential step. Just don't treat it as a guarantee. Here's a practical tip from Michigan health officials that's worth remembering. Buy whole heads of lettuce instead of pre-washed, bagged salad mixes. Those pre-cut, pre-bagged products have been linked to outbreaks, and the pre-washed label does not mean the product is free of Cyclospora. During active outbreaks, that distinction matters. If you're traveling internationally, especially to tropical or subtropical regions where Cyclospora is endemic, your risk increases significantly. Routine chemical disinfection of water does not kill this parasite. Cyclospora oocysts are resistant to chlorine, meaning standard water treatment may not protect you. Stick to bottled or boiled water. Avoid raw produce unless you can verify how it was handled. Now, I need to address something that makes the current 2026 outbreak particularly concerning. In July 2025, the CDC scaled back its Foodborne Diseases Active Surveillance Network, known as FoodNet, reducing the tracked pathogens from 8 to 2. Cyclospora reporting by states became optional after 28 years of mandatory tracking. This means our current surveillance picture is almost certainly incomplete. When reporting is optional, cases go uncounted, and when cases go uncounted, outbreaks take longer to identify and trace. As of early July 2026, investigators still haven't identified a specific produce type or supplier responsible for the current surge. The FDA has initiated traceback investigations, but Cyclospora is notoriously difficult to trace because it can't be reproduced in a lab. There are no animal models or culture systems to propagate the oocysts for research, meaning scientists must rely on limited supplies obtained from naturally infected patients. So here's your practical takeaway. The foods most commonly linked to Cyclospora outbreaks include raspberries, cilantro, basil, lettuce, and salad mixes, spinach, snow peas, and parsley. During peak season, treat these with extra caution. Cook when you can. Wash thoroughly when you can't. Buy whole produce over pre-cut and pre-bagged options. And if you develop persistent watery diarrhea, especially during summer months, don't just ride it out. See a doctor and specifically ask them to test for Cyclospora. Standard stool cultures will miss it. This parasite is a reminder that not all food safety threats are created equal. Some you can wash away, some you can't. Knowing which is which might be the most important thing you learn about your food all year.